What is happening, everybody? Your boy Patman here with an MCC development update for you guys, featuring a bunch of cool topics, including a workaround for Because You Begged that I might cover in a separate video in more detail, how to snag a nice and clean looking new nameplate this month in MCC, some HCS tournaments coming back on February 14th for those interested in that, a PSA to all you quitters out there out in the Halo matchmaking scene, and a really interesting tidbit for a flighting update for MCC that you guys are definitely going to want to stick around for. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me to help support future content, and consider subscribing if you're new here and you want to stay absolutely up to date on all the latest happenings in the world of Halo. Let's start with the workaround for the Because You Begged challenge for Season 5. If you guys have completed this and you got your Mr. Chief helmet, let me know in the comments section down below. It took me 2 successful attempts of an assassination on that elite to get it, but I know a bunch of people out there who have tried countless times to get this challenge done, and it just simply is not unlocking. But long story short, anybody who has attempted that old achievement, because it was an achievement in the original Halo Reach, they did not bring it over to MCC, but basically it still exists in that game's code. So if you successfully attempted the old achievement from Halo Reach in MCC just for schmitz and gigs, then in the background of MCC on your profile, it's saying you've completed that already and it's saved to your profile's data. Now 343 provides a workaround in which you can clear that data from your profile so that when you do complete the assassination, the challenge can unlock appropriately. Now I'm going to do a dedicated video on this workaround because you have to jump through some Halo ring size hoops to get this challenge and this data cleared. So if you're interested in that video, make sure you guys stay tuned later today, probably about an hour or so after I release this video. It should be uploaded to the channel for you guys. Now this isn't an end-all be-all for this challenge. It's a temporary fix, and this workaround that I'm going to talk about in the other video won't even work for everybody. They said there is another scenario where the season was changing over. Roughly 300 players unlocked this specific challenge prior to the game update on January 27th. For the select few who encountered that, they have completed a manual grant of the Mr. Chief helmet today. So you guys should see it in your customization tab if you're one of those few hundred players that was in that very specific time frame. Now on to how to unlock a very clean looking and snazzy new nameplate for Black History Month in the month of February. You could snag this nameplate very easily, guys. All you have to do is log onto MCC sometime this month before it ends, and you will get this beautiful looking nameplate. Now HCS events are coming back for MCC later this month, starting on February 14th. Players can jump into some Halo 3 tournaments on MCC. If you're interested in registering for these tournaments, I will leave a link in the description down below, and if you do compete in these, you have a chance at $1,000 if you could keep up with all these sweaty, leading their projectile Halo 3 BR players out there. So good luck to anybody who attempts that. Now to all my quitters out there, let's talk about the quit ban public service announcement. So if you quit out of a game, whether that be intentional or unintentional, you will receive a quit ban if you are within the first 50% of the players to quit from your team. So say you're in a 4-on-4 match and 2 players quit on your team, they will receive a quit ban. However, if you're the 3rd or 4th player to quit on the team, you will not receive a quit ban. Now there is a small caveat though. If a player doesn't connect to the server and does not make it into the match itself, so you're already outnumbered, the automated quit ban service will not see them as being part of the game. And if that situation occurs, say when you start a match and it's 4-on-3 and you're on the team that has only 3 players on it, the next 2 people to quit from that team will still receive a ban, which I don't agree with that one. If you're already at a disadvantage at the start of a game, I don't think that you should get a ban if you're one of the next 2 players on that team to quit. Now, if it is your first offense, you will receive a simple 1-minute ban. For your second time, a 3-minute ban. Third offense is a 5-minute ban. Fourth time, a 10-minute ban, and then any additional offenses, 10-minute bans as well. Now, I think the penalties should be a little bit harsher. The first and second offense, I think, are in good spots, but 3, 4, or more times, I think it should be a longer ban, because there is a huge problem in MCC right now with people quitting within like the first 30 seconds of the match. It is really, really frustrating, and you are at an extreme disadvantage in Halo once you lose one teammate or more. It is extremely detrimental to the enjoyment of the game, especially in ranked, and I really think they need to come up with a system where you do not get deranked if you have any kind of teammates quit. I don't think that's fair. Now let's get into the flighting stuff that is really juicy and really interesting. Pay attention, guys. I definitely want to hear what your thoughts are in the comments section down below. So if all goes to plan, later this month, or since it is a short month, early next month, is the current time frame in which they want to roll out this next flight. Now, these features that they're trying to include in the flight are subject to change, but here is what they're planning, and Xbox fans rejoice. FOV slider support for all Xbox One consoles will be coming in that flight if all goes to plan, as well as FOV slider support no longer being locked when on the Xbox Series S or Series X devices are set to 120 Hz. They're also trying to include additional ways to customize controls, maybe some full button remapping on console as well as additional key bindings on PC, and mouse and keyboard support for consoles coming as well in that flight, which is really good news. A highly requested feature that we've been waiting a long time for is view model adjustments. I'm really looking forward to that one as well. There's a lot of good stuff in here, but the most juicy one of all, the one that really gets my speculation goggles on, is this. 343 says, and maybe a new place and way to play. Extremely ominous here, guys. And listen to what I have to say first, then go in the comments section down below and let me know if you agree with some of the ones that I said in the video, or even better, if you guys have some more outlandish ones that you think this could mean. We could be totally overanalyzing this, but the very first thing that comes to my mind personally when I hear a new place and way to play is a Nintendo Switch port. That one's definitely the most absurd one, probably not going to happen. We saw those rumors a long time ago that said Xbox Game Pass could be coming to Nintendo Switch. That would be absolutely insane if they took on that kind of undertaking. Like I said, probably the most absurd one. We already know that MCC is available on PC, Xbox, as well as Android devices through xCloud, and I believe iOS support has already come to xCloud or is coming. So you have a lot of bases covered there. This could also mean the custom games browser, some people are saying, but I don't see it being that because they've already name dropped the custom games browser a lot of times, and why would they be so ominous with this wording and not just come out and say custom games browser? Now, I will say that we were expecting the custom games browser to be in the next flight because they said it was coming soon and that they're getting it ready for public flighting, so maybe that's where people are getting that from. But when I hear new place and way to play, I don't know. That is something else entirely. Some people are saying Halo 5 getting ported. I would love to see Halo 5 come to MCC, but that game is ginormous. I think it might even be bigger than MCC, the one game, with microtransactions in it. And obviously they would have to drop things like the Rex system or just make it earnable in-game or unlock everything. I don't know how they would do that. Halo 5 would be a huge undertaking. And I know it's called the Master Chief Collection, but they could totally skip out on the campaign and porting that over to the MCC if you guys ask me personally. I love Halo 5's multiplayer though, so I would love to see Arena come into Halo MCC from Halo 5. That would be absolutely awesome in my opinion, and I could do without the campaign. The Forge is really good as well. Not that big of a fan of Warzone, but a lot of people are, but that would be another huge undertaking, and like I said, with the Rex system, it would be really, really difficult. They could definitely pull off just porting Arena multiplayer into MCC. Now, another one could be the Epic Game Store, and a launch on that platform would definitely be a new place and way to play. We already seen MCC come to Steam. Maybe Epic Game Store is gonna strike a deal with Microsoft and have that be their free game. I know they do free games every month that a lot of people have been really excited about because there are a lot of high quality games. I think GTA 5 was a free game a few months ago. I think last month was Star Wars Battlefront 2. So some really high tier free games on that platform. Now this one isn't as exciting for me personally because I don't really use the Epic Game Store launcher at all. It's mostly Game Pass stuff through Microsoft Store and Steam, of course, on PC. But hey, if it's it's free, that would be a huge way for a bunch of new players to be coming to the game. Now, also maybe new maps. That would be really cool. I would love to see H2A get some more remade maps. Please, Terminal 343. I absolutely love that map. It's one of the most underrated maps. Or even Halo Online maps. They mentioned this in the past, so that could definitely be a possibility. However, when they say a new place and way to play, the way I look at it, new maps would be definitely a new place to play, but a way to play, I'm not so sure. But that's the end of the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure if you guys want to participate in those flights, you sign up for the Halo Insider program, especially if you have upgraded your PC hardware. You would want to go on ahead and update that information on the website. Or if you're lucky enough to pick up the Xbox Series S or X consoles, then you would want to update that information as well. Now, I hope to catch you guys on either a previous video of mine or a future video of mine. Until that time comes, I am your boy Patman, and I am out.